Good evening. That's way too much out. Somewhere in there. Um, it's December the 22nd. Christmas is coming. And as you can see, it's evening. I'm going on a fairly short walk over to the condo where I'm currently staying. But I thought I'd stretch it out a little bit by going down by way of the Wascana Lake, because normally I would walk around the lake on a Friday, and I didn't. So I do want to make sure everything is. I think that's probably zoomed right. Somewhere there's something that will tell me. I never remember where it is. Anyway, if it's a little wider angle than usual, not the end of the world. This still isn't my official walking along and looking at Christmas lights. I do get the feeling that's a little wider angle than I would like, so let's zoom it in a notch. Let's try that. That said, there certainly are lights around, as you'll see as we walk. I kept hoping that we'd get more snow and I could do a nice walk in the snow with the Christmas lights, but there's still no snow in the forecast. And even the couple of days they had a little snow in the forecast, nothing materialized. So it's not very icy. There's a little bit of frost I see on the sidewalks. There was hoarfrost this morning. I should have walked this morning. It was very pretty, but I didn't. It's been challenging recently because of everything that has to get done with my Christmas coming and my wife not able to get around because of her foot surgery that she's still healing from. So, yeah, it's kept me hopping. You can see there is ice and snow, mostly on this side. You can certainly see it reflecting in the light there. I'm not going to go straight up that way. I'm going to go over to the lake and cross Albert Street down by the bridge, I think. It's dark. Trying to find a spot where there aren't any, there isn't any ice to speak of. So other than running errands, the main thing I did today was the first video version of the World Shapers podcast. And that will be going live as soon as it finishes rendering and all that. And I do some stuff on the World Shapers website. Probably not tonight, but I would think tomorrow or Christmas Eve. But I figure the 23rd is still better than doing it on Christmas Eve. I see a lit up Santa Claus, snowman up there. Not Santa Claus. Two entirely different things. Yeah, we'll do a proper walk to look at Christmas lights maybe on Christmas Eve. Actually, that might be the logical time to do it because we're going to be at the house again, and I'll make the easiest time to go out. It's just between 5:30 and 6, whatever that is, 20 to 6 or something like that. The sunset, again, the shortest day of the year was yesterday, so actually the evenings are starting to get longer right now, but not the mornings. The light comes in the evening first. Mornings will continue to, sunrise will continue to be later for a week or two. I looked it up last year, I don't remember the details. Sunrise, so, is around 9. Sunset is before 5, so okay, we might as well look at some lights as we go by. $17.45, there you go, if you're using 24-hour notation. Yeah, there's a house down here that always has a lot going on, and there's one around the corner we'll see on this walk too. That's not that slippery as long as you're careful. Sidewalks are generally clear. This one always has a lot going on, and so it does again. Sometimes they have carols playing too, but doesn't seem to be happening today. Still feel I could maybe zoom in another notch. Yeah, that's better. What's going on in the corner there too? Oh, they lit up way more than I remember them being lit up on this corner. Unfortunately, I can't go under the bridge because of the sinkhole on the other side, but again, this is not the official Christmas light walk, but we're seeing lots of it all the same. Wow, it really lit up along here. That one's nice, but this one is really, really going on. They did the same thing, well, not the same thing, but they did quite spectacular decorations for Halloween too at this house. I'm on 19th, headed to the Albert Street crosswalk. There's quite a bit going on this side too. This is Harrington Mews over here. This is where Wally Knight lives in my YA novels, Charge of Excalibur. Well, don't worry. We'll look at this again. Like I said, probably on Christmas Eve. It's most likely time for me to be out. Simple but elegant. Okay. Some flashing going on there. Those lights are the ones illuminating the sinkhole, which we'll see in a minute. So I have to cross at the crosswalk here. I'm going to go down and walk along the north shore of the lake for a little bit, and then turn back up toward College Avenue. Definitely won't jaywalk at this time of night. This is the Albert Street Bridge. Well, if you mean where am I right now, it's Regina, Saskatchewan, Canada. If you mean where am I in Regina, it's the Albert Street Bridge. The legislative building should be lit up over there, but actually, I'm going to save that. Although we'll see it from a distance. From a distance. Is it exciting? Watch the cars go by. Standing on the corner, watching all the cars go by. No, not downtown, just a few blocks to the south and west of the heart of downtown. Well, you can see the moon up there too. Maybe you can't, but if I point up, you'll see it. There it is. Whoa! A long wait there. And the light didn't even stay on, so possibly I can't cross here if this doesn't work, unless I jaywalk. There we go. There's our turn. So we'll go down here by the sinkhole. Hopefully not a permanent fixture of the lake. That was back before Canada Day when this opened up and these lights were there. I remember watching the fireworks and these lights were on and you could see bugs flying around in them. No more buses? Oh, there's buses. Whoa. Something stuck out there I did not expect. Here's the sinkhole, which looks like some sort of science fiction movie set this time of night, like something's going to come out of there. Here's the lake. Frozen. Don't know how safe it would be to walk on it. Not very often out around it. It's nighttime. Well, it's not really nighttime. It's not even 6 o'clock, but after dark. I have walked around it. Why does the legislature not seem to be decorated? Just trees in the way here? There's the legislative building, but I don't see the lights I would expect to see in the front of it, unless they're just still not coming to view because of where I am. There's usually big lit up trees. Maybe they come on at 6 or something. It's not by night, by when it's dark, but by a specific time. That's quite possible. It's just too early. So I think I see the trees in the spaces between the pillars. So that's the Saskatchewan Legislative Building, government building. There's the moon. If I look up again, and you can probably even see, it's probably Jupiter at that height and that brightness right next to it. Too high to be Venus. This is the capital city of Saskatchewan, and that's the Capitol building, in other words. Depends on where you're from, what words you use for those things. Here it's called the Saskatchewan Legislative Building. I still hear geese. Looks pretty dark out there in the middle. So it might be open water still, or at least very thin ice. Again, it's an El Nino year, and this is about as warm as I've ever seen in December. There have been others. But we got lots of snow in October, November, and it looked like it was going to be a long, cold winter, and then it got warm. Most of the snow melted, and it's just sort of hovering either side of freezing day and night right now. It's the gazebo over there, used for outdoor concerts and that sort of thing. Well, there's no real reason to be out here by the lake this time of night for most people. So, what foot traffic there is elsewhere. Mostly people are driving in cars, heading home or already home or getting ready for supper or whatever. Hey, how are you? Gary or Jerry? Probably Jerry, despite the G. Oh, I had that back in June, I guess, is when I had it. It was hardly sick. In fact, if you go back and watch me walking in Halifax, I had it while I was out walking. There's the sunset, or where the sunset happened. There will be, if it gets cold enough. They put in an outdoor rink over on that side of the lake, usually. But right now, I don't think the lake would be safe. There is on the other side of the bridge back there, where the creek flows. Somebody had already put in a kind of a homemade rink, but you're not really supposed to do that. But there's one there every year. Well, happy birthday. I got it just before my daughter's university graduation. But again, I was kind of, for a day or so, and that was it. Oh, and I lost my sense of smell, which is old school. Generally, people aren't doing that these days with the current strains, but worked for me. First dog. That building way over there is an apartment building all lit up. I'm really stretching this out because actually the condo is right over there, and I'd be there already if I'd walked straight there or close to it. So I'm deliberately making this go a little longer. We'll go up here and I'll cut through the parking lot where an important scene in my Song of the Sword, the first book in the Shards of Excalibur young adult series I mentioned earlier, takes place there. You can get those books. This is a plug. Shards of Excalibur, you can get them in ebook and paperback everywhere online. Order them through Amazon. They'd be happy to send you the complete set. Or there's an omnibus issue of the ebooks, which is actually the best deal. You can get all 5 of them for like $10 Canadian. I got 6 to 7 US, probably 7 right now. Somebody out for a walk. See, right here, there's snow. So if you want a white Christmas on Monday, you just have to go to the right places. If you want a brown Christmas, that's easy. White is a little harder right now, but there's still, wherever there's been enough shade, there's still snow. You need the touch light? Oh, I don't need any light. I'm good. My eyes are seeing this much brighter than the camera is. And even if I touch it, I don't think it will adjust it much, no. Look over there at the ledge. And we're going to leave the lake behind right up here. Going home for Chile. Some places have gotten tons of snow with El Nino, but not us. There will be more snow. Winter could potentially last another 4 months, so I'm confident there will be more snow. Yeah, it'd be nice, but the first snow is after Christmas that's showing anything in the forecast. And even then, it's just a dusting. I don't know what state the ice is in, but because it has been unusually warm, I'd be a little leery. Anyway, there's no reason to walk on the ice. It's very difficult to walk on the ice and get around. It's slippery. Ice is like that. So right up here is where a very important scene happens in the Shards of Excalibur, Song of the Sword, because the Lady of the Lake shows up right over here in the lake in that first book. It's not frozen at that moment. And sends my main character on this quest with this boy to find the scattered Shards of Excalibur before anyone else can. So that all happens right here. And then there's a confrontation of some sort right here in this parking lot. Actually, I'm going to go this way. That's the CBC building over there, Canadian Broadcasting Corporation. And I'm going to pick up the sidewalk up here and go on that direction. We'll go down by the Wascana pool, the new Wascana pool. CBC building over there. Lit up also at night. Like most parks, really late at night, I wouldn't be comfortable walking in Wascana Park. It's just darkness can hide anything. So. At this time of the night, when it's really not nighttime, lots of people out walking as they normally would. And of course, if it was summertime, this would be high afternoon. Well, there's sort of the last view of the ledge over there. You really want to go that way, but I don't want to walk through the snow. So, yeah, we had snow well before Halloween. Remembrance Day, snowy. Oh, is that a? There's a sidewalk over there I can take. We'll take that. We might not see the pool, but it's okay. It's not like anybody's swimming in it. And this is a more direct route toward where I am going. Also an icier one, it looks like. Looks fine here, but you can see a lot of ice showing up here. We've got a scenic view of the parking lot coming this way. Now this hasn't been cleared. At least there's lots of light. We will go this way now to the college building, the original University of Regina building, well, Regina College, later University of Saskatchewan Regina campus, and then part of the University of Saskatchewan. Recently renovated. Parts of the old building are there. One whole wing had to be torn down because it was in such bad shape and has been replaced with a brand new building, but with the same heritage facade, I guess you'd say. Keep the streetscape looking the same. Again, that's CBC over in that direction, and the soundstage. There's no Wascana Stadium. It's called Mosaic Stadium. It's a long way from here. Well, relatively speaking. If I walked from here to there, it would take me probably 45 minutes. I walk there sometimes, but not recently because there's been no reason to, considering how bad the Rough Riders were this year. There's barely a reason to go, and we had season tickets. So this is the college building. All lit up. Collegiate Gothic, that style is called. Very popular at the time it was built in the early 20s, early teens. Yeah, let's see. You'd go over. Oh, look, rabbits. Figured I'd see some. Wonder if the building's open and we could just walk through. Guess there's one way to find out. It may not be open on this date and this time of night. I suspect it isn't. If it is, I'll just pass through. Yeah, there's something about that red light on that pillar that makes me think no, but you can do a walk through there, and I have sometimes. No, I don't really care for ice hockey that much. We moved up here from Texas when I was 8 years old, so I didn't catch the bug. There's another rabbit. And I had flat feet, and skating was always painful for me, and I was so far behind everybody that had been skating already for 4 or 5 years by the time they were 8, that it just never really caught on with me. I mean, I learned to skate well enough to kind of enjoy it, but it was always painful, and I was never good at it, so never played hockey or anything like that. So we're between Dark Hall over here, also renovated. Very lovely auditorium now. This is the new part of the college building. Nope. Football. What we call football. Canadian football. The only sport I played in high school. The only team sport where I was on the team. It's like American football, only with Canadian rules. I was a center. Because all I was good at was standing up and getting in people's way. Couldn't catch and couldn't run. But I could hit. Look in the windows a little bit, not that there's anything to see. Although the year I played, we were the best team in our little league. We won every game by lopsided scores, and then played somebody new for the playoffs and immediately lost, and that was it, to our great disappointment. I really enjoyed it. Almost home. We're just going to cross College Avenue up here. See, this is really frost on the road here. It's not snow. So last look at the college building there. This is Scarth Street, and my destination is halfway up this block, so almost there. There is no crosswalk, or no crosswalk light here, so I do hope people are paying attention as they come barreling along there. Now we're looking straight up downtown, straight north to downtown, where it is, if you kept going. That's a lawyer's office, but it used to be a house. That's another kind of office. It used to be a house. Sometimes this is called the transition area because it transitioned from residential to more business, but it's still got lots of residential in it. These are our condo buildings here. This was the first one built. And this one up here is the one that we bought a condo in when we got married. And where we're currently staying because of ease of getting around without stairs. Well, my wife has her foot in a cast. Yep, Facebook and YouTube at the same time. I think it's still probably a lot colder than New Delhi. It's below freezing. If there were any precipitation, it would come as snow, but there just hasn't been any precipitation. Not so much that it's too warm to snow. It just hasn't been any precipitation. Yeah, it's a bit odd. Not unheard of, but a bit odd. I can remember another one sort of like this, again with a El Nino is what it is. It makes it really mild for us. Okay, I will stop here. Thanks for walking with me. Don't know if I'll be back tomorrow or not. It's a very complicated time of year. But I will do a Christmas decoration walk sometime this weekend, maybe on Christmas Eve. It'd be nice if it was lightly snowing, but it doesn't look like it will be. Thanks for walking with me. Oh, subscribe. You can do that on my channel. Bye for now.